Happy Father's Day. Today is Father's Day. And if you're a dad or with your dad and you're having some form of celebration, I hope you have a wonderful day. Sadly, I can't be with my daughters, the only three women in the world who call me dad or daddy. And that does make me feel, yeah, quite like that moment in The Railway Children when Agatha, through the mist of the clouds, meets her dad who's been in prison for a while and says, "Daddy, my daddy." I really struggle with my tears every time that happens. Also, quite excited about tomorrow because I've got a number of parcels that have been delivered. It's just one of them, so I look forward to opening those. So it is a great privilege to be a dad, and there are so many happy and wonderful memories I have as I look back and look forward to the time I'll have with my children. For some of you today, it may not be straightforward. It may be difficult, and your relationship as a dad with your children and with your family, and vice versa, may be very complex. It may even be broken. And I just pray into that situation that the healing power of God, who says so often that He is a heavenly parent, a dad who holds us and cares for us, that would be with you today. There's a story in John chapter 4 where a royal official comes to Jesus and his son's really ill. And he says to him, "Please, please come and make my son well." He makes himself really vulnerable. He's uncertain about what's going to happen with his son, but he's sure that Jesus is the one who has the answers. And because of his faith and because of his commitment to lay aside how others see him, to make himself even embarrassed in front of a crowd, as he throws himself at Jesus, Jesus says, "Your son will be healed." And as he returned home, he found his servants coming out to meet him, and they recognized that the healing had happened at the very time that Jesus had spoken. Being vulnerable as a dad is not easy. It took me quite a time to recognize that my dad himself was going to make himself quite vulnerable. We had a kind of fairly traditional father-son relationship for a number of years, but as his faith developed in his later life and we got closer, there were many wonderful hugs and times together. I particularly remember when he came out to see us in Zimbabwe, and just me and him went to Victoria Falls, and I hold that very, very special in my heart. Another dad figure in my life who's been very special has been Louise's dad. Uh, I knew him for over 30 years. He was a wonderful, godly man. And I recognized as his health was failing in later years, I had to say to him and to my own dad, because I never got around to doing it, "I love you." Because I do love those men. They've been so important. One brought me into this world in that sense, and one has shown me life in the world through his faith. And both of them together, in later life especially, have nurtured and encouraged and sustained me. So, for dads today, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you enjoy this time of celebration. Uh, it's okay to be vulnerable as a bloke. It's okay to get it wrong at times. Good to put your hand up and say, "Yeah, I've messed up." But to recognize frailty is not a weakness, it is actually a strength. And as that royal official came to God and said, "I can't cope, I need you," in whatever it is for you today and in life, we can still come to that God and say, "Help." He's there for you, He's there for us all. Have a wonderful day.